you all. Yeah, we have to record. So we are going to record the webinar, so you can come back to it whenever you feel like. Okay, there is some chat. Okay, hello from Mexico. Hello. So hello to everyone from different parts of the world. It's nice to have you all here. Feel free while the webinar to write questions. You can raise your hand if you want to add some comments. Don't worry, I am ready. Today, as Lucyna said, I'm going to talk a few things. I hope there are actually about 50 slides altogether, both theoretical and some, of course, practical things I use or I have used with students I teach. Some, of course, practical things. I can hear something.
No, there is the live streaming on Facebook.
Okay, on Facebook.
Lowered the voice and everything is okay right now.
Okay, so it will not disturb us anymore. So nice to have you. From Ethiopia, we have also people, so it's nice to have so many people from different parts of the world. Yeah, I hope you can see the screen now. So I am going to my presentation, teaching skills. Of course, as Lucyna said, I am going to talk about teaching. Okay, the presentation doesn't want to open. Moment. Okay, yeah, it's now. Okay, so I will say a few words connected with teaching skills to young learners, both receptive and productive, but not only about skills. I will also talk generally about competences. Okay, so because when we teachers of English do not only teach the language, which is very important, but we also teach about the culture. Thanks to teaching the language, we can also introduce some cultural aspects. We can use the manners. We can use the people. We can also talk about the differences between or among people. As here, we have got a lot of teachers from different parts of the world. We are all teachers of English, not only to young learners, but teachers of English to people. So we are really important. Okay, I used to talk about learning styles. Okay, some time ago there was the webinar about it, but it is also good to remind that while teaching English to everyone, to young learners especially, we should bear in mind the learning styles they represent, because it will influence the methods we use, the techniques we use, the exercises we introduce, the way we introduce the exercises, the way or the ways we use our hands, and it will not only influence the way we teach, but it will also influence the time learners need to develop a particular skills. Okay, so I'm going to talk about teaching language competences generally, so language skills, both receptive and productive, also grammar. When we teach English to young learners, we never say that we teach grammar. We teach functions, but we teachers know that we do introduce some grammar points. It's really important. Never say to young learners that this is grammar, which we are going to teach them today. Okay, we also develop language competences in connection with vocabulary. Of course, it happens. Oh, yeah, Lucyna is introducing the people. Okay, and what is really important, pronunciation. Okay, pronunciation is a very fantastic word, and it is very difficult to pronounce the word pronunciation, because pronunciation is really very difficult. Okay, but if we never tell our students that it is difficult, they will not find it difficult. But we should keep in mind that pronunciation is always present, as well as grammar and vocabulary. Okay, so now some theory behind teaching listening. Okay, I will not talk about everything what is presented here, because I know that the presentation will be sent to you as well, so you have a lot of things to talk about or to think about while discussing developing listening skills. Okay, we need to develop listening skills because it's the first skill which everyone develops, or which every teacher should develop among the students. Okay, so when we are good at listening, or when we are good at listening, when we develop listening comprehension, we just surround the learners with the language. We put them into the environment of English. So we should play the songs which English or American or English speaking children sing. We should play some why not some some news. We should play films. It will be also connected with watching, but they should be surrounded by the language, okay? Because children do not learn actually the language, they actually acquire the language. They should be somehow put deep in the language, in the culture, and just by being surrounded by English, they will learn it, or they will just they never know that they learn, but they will pick the language accidentally, we can say. We teachers know that there is always a purpose when playing a song. There is always a purpose when introducing a rhyme to children, but children must have fun while listening. And what is really important, they should understand what they listen about. Okay, so they should, when we introduce a song, we should make students understand what the song is about. Of course, they don't have to understand every single word, but they should know what the song or the rhyme is about. Okay, when we introduce authentic songs, authentic pieces of listening, they have the authentic meaning, and they listen to real language, real life language, and in that way they just understand the real life or the situations. They feel that they are in a real situations. Okay, when we provide the listening, we should also make our student know why they have to listen. So there should always be a task. So it is not just listening for listening. If you can, of course, ask children to lie on the carpet, and you can play a song, but even if you tell them, now listen to the song and find out if it is a happy song or a sad song. It is also a purpose for listening. They don't have to hear words. They don't have to understand the song when they listen to it for the first time, but at least they listen for some purpose. There should always be a purpose. Then when we ask children to listen to the same song for the second time, we can ask them to clap their hands the moment they hear the word they recognize. Okay, so if you know the word, just clap your hands. We can also ask children while playing the song for the second or the third time to clap their hands or stand up when they hear the word mommy, let's say. Okay, so we should always think of the aim of the point of the question, that they have to listen about something. Okay, as I told you, children, everybody, listeners or students, don't have to understand every single word, but we can also ask questions. So as we can say, okay, while listening to the song, find out what Marta is going to do. Okay, while listening to the song, find out how many animals McDonald had. Okay, while listening to the song, find out the names of the animals old MacDonald had. Okay, so these are intelligent guessing, but still there is also a purpose to listen. They don't have to answer correctly, but at least they will try to listen attentively, and they will try to make some guesses. Okay, of course, we can also ask children to listen to a song and just draw or paint what they think the song is about. We can give them, we can present a part of a picture to them, and while listening to the song, we can ask them to draw some extra things which are presented in the song. Okay, whatever the song is about, head and shoulders, knees and toes. You can just introduce a body of a girl or a boy, and then they can just color the name of the part of the body they can hear from the song. Doesn't matter if they do it correctly or not, at least we make them listen. Okay, there should be tasks for pre-listening, while listening, and of course activities after listening. So it doesn't matter whom you teach, it doesn't matter how old your students are, there you should make the listening or every skill in three stages. Okay, of course the teacher is the person who can provide the listening. I sing to my students even if I can't sing. I love singing, so I do it. But of course, you can use CD. It's okay for you, no problems. Okay, listening is a very active but also very difficult process. So it is good when we put it into when we integrate it with other skills. That's why we use speaking, that's why we use reading, that's why we can also use writing while listening is being introduced. And when you conduct your lessons, your English lessons in English, your students will get used to will get used to listening in English. They don't have to wait for the CD to be played to listen to English. Okay, so I do recommend teachers speak English since the very first moment they enter the classroom. Okay, teachers sometimes afraid that students will not understand what they are talking to them, but don't worry, you should use, of course, very simple language. When you repeat the structures, when the lesson is conducted in the way students know what is happening at the beginning, what is happening at the end, they will follow you, because it is not like that you ask them, okay, sing a song, and then you wait for children to sing. No, you ask them to sing the song and you sing the song with them. If you ask them to mime some actions, you mime the actions with them. If you want to play, let's say, memory game, you are the first person who introduces the game, and you are the first person who plays the game. Okay, so this is how we work with children. Of course, while developing listening but also speaking skills, we can use stories. This is the story probably you know. We should use stories with pictures. Instead of stories, you can play videos. Okay, so you can show pictures, flashcards with stories, but you can also play videos. It will be even much better for children. Okay, so children love being told stories in the native language, in mother tongue, so they will love listening to stories in English as well. And if you support the listening with pictures, with gestures, with miming, then it will be much easier for them. You can go to my YouTube channel to see me telling stories, different stories to children. I love telling stories, and I know that my students love listening to the stories I'm telling to them. Okay, while developing listening skills, we should use rhyming poems. Okay, because it will make the listening, the developing listening easier, funnier, more effective, and also more enjoyable. Probably you know the rhyme. That's my favorite. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock on the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks, etc., etc. It's fantastic. Or ba, black sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full, etc., etc. It's fantastic. It's great. And while developing the skills with the rhyming poems, you can also teach pronunciation, okay? Because it is ba, ba, black sheep. Have you any wool? Probably you can hear the sounds I am pronouncing really distinctively. You should do it, and children will hear sa, sa, okay? They can hear the sounds, and when they imitate the sounds after you, then they can speak English really well, and they can pronounce the sounds in a nice way, okay? Or A, B, C, D, a color rap for you and me. F, G, H, I, J, and now you put the colors, and when there is the J, the color must be J. What is the color that rhymes with J? J? Okay, what is the color? No answers? A, B, C, D, E, a color rap for you and me. F, G, H, I, J, white, blue, black, and gray, of course, okay? So, of course, you can make children answer, and you can make children make guesses. What rhymes with J, what rhymes with O, what rhymes with U, what rhymes with Z. They can create their own rap, putting different colors in different, I don't know, these are patches, I think, but the last ones, okay, must be the same, because there is only one color that rhymes with J, only one color that rhymes with O. We do teach pronunciation, but children don't know about it, okay? They just repeat, they try to find out words that rhyme with the words used, and of course songs. These are a few songs I use from different books. I love them. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can find out me singing the songs to children, and you can find me making lessons with children with the use of the songs. Fantastic songs, because they involve some actions, or they involve some pictures, like brown is for the fox in its box, and you can see the pictures corresponding the line, okay? Or miming the gestures, 5 currant buns in a baker shop, round and fat with sugar on the top. I love the song. Or we are hungry, tra-la-la. This is also a very nice song. Hungry, happy, and of course we are tired. So, or the wheels on the bus, probably you know the song. Fantastic songs, and the more actions they involve, the easier for children it is to remember, to follow you, and to understand, and of course at the same time develop listening skills, okay? And then teaching speaking, okay? First, of course, children just imitate. When we say something, they repeat after us. It's still okay, okay? But we cannot teach speaking without listening. First they have to listen to the language, they have to hear the language, and then they will first, as I said, repeat after us, but after that time they should try to be communicative, okay? We should start asking questions as early as possible. What's your name? How old are you? Where do you live? Do you live here? Do you like English? Do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like black? Do you like blue? The more questions we ask, and the more times we repeat the same questions, the more possibilities children will have to understand and to try to be communicative. And the more times we ask somebody, what's your name? The quicker, or the more chances for the speaker to answer the questions intuitively without thinking, okay? So we should repeat the questions, or like with the same like with instructions. When we play games with children, we play the same sets of games, and every game has got instructions, okay? And we should try to ask, when we ask to play the let's say, for example, memory game, the instruction should always be the same, because after some time you will notice that children will will maybe not repeat after you, but they will be first to say the instruction instead of you. I remember when I was teaching English in the kindergarten, I remember memory game. I asked you, okay, close your eyes. What's your eyes? Open your eyes. What's missing? You know this, the instruction, okay? And when I asked them, close your eyes, I made it with the gestures, open your eyes, what's missing, etc., etc. And after some time, I don't know, it was the third or the fourth lesson, I just put the flashcards face down, so they knew what game was going to be played. And before I even I made the gesture and I tried to say, close your eyes, they made the gesture and they said, close your eyes, open your eyes, what's missing. So after some time, children can be communicative, and it is easy to see that they really understand what we are talking to them. Of course, when we teach speaking and we ask children to answer questions, we should always do it. We should ask a question to all the students, and then we should ask every student individually. When we start that technique that first all the students answer, and then they answer one by one, they will not be afraid whatever the question you ask. Okay, so because we know that we shouldn't ask students who don't want to say a thing. It's okay, I do understand, but when they know that first everybody, all of them are to answer the question. For example, what's your name? Everybody is shouting, my name is whatever. How old are you? I am, etc. And then you ask one by one the children, they will answer the question, and they will never be afraid of talking to you. Okay, but of course we should always keep in mind what students are interested about. Yeah, so when teaching English to very young learners in the kindergarten, we know what boys like, we know what girls are, because we are with them for the whole day. So one day we should talk about toys, the other day we should talk about colors, maybe about flowers, maybe about insects. Okay, but while the year or while a month, everybody will be satisfied because we are talking about the things they like. And while teaching pronunciation, while teaching speaking, pronunciation is also very, very important. So we never ask children to say a thing without spending a lot of time on listening. Okay, so movement games, card games, board games, dice games, drawing games, guessing game, role play games, a lot of games. Memory game are the games which involve speaking and which make students speak. Yeah, because when we play a memory game, since the beginning, we should ask them to say a word which they uncover. Yeah, so then they will first we start with words, then we can ask them to make a sentence. This is not, okay, or is this, is that, okay. Probably you know the crafts. I love working with crafts, because then we can first they make things, and then they can answer questions. When you see a hedgehog above, that's a white and black drawing. We show the drawing to children. We ask, what first of all, what's this? If they say hedgehog, it's okay, it doesn't look hedgehog, so they can say whatever. But then we ask, what color is the body of the hedgehog? What color is the face? What color is the nose? Of course, they will answer white, white, white. Then we ask them, show me a brown pencil. We are waiting till the moment everybody shows the brown pencil. Then we ask, color the body of the hedgehog brown. Then they color the body of the hedgehog brown. Then we ask questions. What color is the body? Now brown. What color is the face? White. What color is the nose? White. Show me a pink pencil. Color the face pink. They color the face pink. Then we ask questions. What color is the body? What color is the face? What color is the nose? Okay. As you can hear, so far I have repeated the question, what color is 9 times. Okay, but when children make something, when the question follows the action, then they don't mind how many times I ask the same questions. Okay, so it's really nice way of introducing the same questions. Then these are, you can see the leaves which are colorful. So I ask them, okay, show me or take two, or no, three yellow leaves. Put them or stick them on the body, blah, blah, blah. So let's say that children have covered the body of the hedgehog with colorful leaves. And then we ask questions. How many yellow leaves can you see? How many orange leaves can you see? How many brown leaves can you see? Blah, blah, blah. So we ask the question, how many times. Then we can say a sentence. We can play true false game. There are 2 orange leaves, yes, no, or true, false. There are 3 yellow leaves, yes, no, true, false. So we say sentences, the same sentences many times. Again, children don't mind you saying the same sentence or the same question that many times, because they look at the hedgehog, they try to count, and then they answer your question just without any problems. And of course, at the end, you can ask children to, I don't know, to add as many leaves as possible, okay? Or they can just make the apple and put it on the hedgehog. And at the end, when they are young learners, not very young learners, they can describe the hedgehog. The body of the hedgehog is, the face of the hedgehog is, the nose of the hedgehog is. So these are the sentences we make them say. Okay, and of course, the rhyme I have invented for St. Valentine's Day many years ago, and which I introduce via every conference and via every webinar. 1, 2, yellow and blue, red, yellow, blue, I love you. Very simple, very fantastic, very easy, and everybody loves it. And I don't ask children to say the rhyme, I actually ask children to read the rhyme, okay? Because this is the way we write and we read, okay? So even if we teach English to very young learners, we can introduce the way the technique we write, or because we write from left to right, and when we read, we also read lines, okay? And this is a very fantastic rhyme which children can make for Parents' Day, for Teachers' Day, for St. Valentine's Day, for Granny's Day. It's really, really fantastic. I have the machine which cuts out the flowers or the hearts, but you can also draw 1, 2, and just the flowers or whatever, and children can color them the way you like. So crafts in the connection with listening may develop speaking skills, and as well as pronunciation, because it rhymes, okay? It is good for the teacher to prepare questions and look how many questions we can ask while introducing one thing. Here is a carrot. Is this an onion? Is this a radish? Is this a bean? Is this a beetroot? Is this a carrot? Blah, 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 blah. We ask the same question over and over again, making students answer yes, no, yes, no, yes, it is, no, it isn't, no, it isn't, no, it isn't, no, it isn't. And after answering the same question 20 times, they will really remember, maybe in 80% the answer, no, it's not, no, it isn't, or no, it's not, okay? The teacher should make own materials, the materials which will match the needs of the students, which will match the interests of our students, and which will match the age of our students. The younger the students, the more colorful materials, the more materials we prepare, and the more variety of materials. Look at the trees which I have prepared for students while introducing seasons, while introducing the vocabulary connected with the season. So I put white and pink, or children put white and pink flowers and green leaves when we were talking about spring. Then in summer we have got apples in variety of colors. Then in autumn there are colorful leaves being put on the tree, and then we have got snowflakes which make the tree look pretty tree in winter. Okay, so there are different materials which we use, and the more colorful the materials, the more interesting the lesson, and the more children will be involved into the lesson, and the more they will be involved in speaking to us, which we want to develop. And reading. Of course, while teaching English to very young learners, we just show word cards, and this is the kind of a global reading, but still it's good. I love it. I know that some people say, no, you should never introduce reading to children in kindergarten. I am completely for teaching reading to children in kindergarten. Okay, of course, English, it's quite complicated because a word looks completely different to the word which we hear. So that's why I am for connecting speaking, listening with words. We should of course start with alphabet. We should start with some phonics. Okay, we should start with introducing rhyming pairs, because these are the words children will remember, and then they will try to. It will support the process of learning and teaching, of course, reading. The older the students, the more reading, or the longer pieces of reading we ask children to read, let's say, to see and to remember. Okay, so words, then phrases, then shorter sentences, and of course longer sentences. Okay, we can introduce flashcards together with words written under the flashcard, or with the word written on the other side of the flashcard. Okay, the same as you do with sentences. That is in the car. It's quite a simple sentence, but it is good when you say that is in the car. I am in the car. When you say the sentence, it is good to show the sentence written. Okay, and here you have got some examples connected with reading. We know coloring game. It's fantastic. Okay, but when we played with really small children, first we ask them to listen to the word, and then they color the picture, the item, the way we want them to color. But of course, we also introduce the coloring with the words written, like red, yellow, green. Very small children can have red written in red color, but if we want them to think, it is better to write red like it is put here, and first they try to find out red, what color it is, then they color red, and then they color the star. Okay, the same with the, I think it's a spaceship. Yes, I think it's a look above. We have got, we don't have numbers, we have got letters. So we also introduce the pronunciation of letters. Okay, so we don't have to have just numbers, we can also have here the letters, and when you look at the butterfly, we have got words. So they do the coloring, but they have to match the verb with the color. And when you look at the verbs, you know that these are the verbs which we use while giving instructions to children. So read, draw, listen, color, cut, etc. Okay, so why not, while playing a fantastic game which is drawing, children love it, mostly children love it, not 100%, but I think 80% of children love drawing. So instead of numbers 1, 2, 3, instead of letters A, B, C, D, you can put words, the words you want to the words you want children to remember. Okay, when we have got children who are a little bit older, so young learners, not very young learners, we can put the instructions under the picture, under the drawing, and they have to read, not only listen to us, they have to read, and then they have to color the horse black. Okay, so they have to color the horse, then they write letters A, B, C, D next to the word connected with the picture. Okay, so it is more. And for much older children, we have got more reading, but then still there is something they have to do. They have to read the captions, and they have to match them with the picture. Okay, so you can, if you enlarge this copy, you can cut out the pictures, you can and you can cut out the pictures, you can cut out the story, and then children have to just play the matching game. It's not very difficult, but for children who are a little bit older, it is a really nice way of developing reading skills. Okay, some other examples, of course, word searching, of course, crosswords, fantastic. And when you look at the on the left, then you can see words which you can cut. Okay, I do recommend it when, but of course it is good when children are given a particular set of words. So for example, today we are talking about animals living on the farm. So you have to prepare the list of animals, the names, the words, and you can cut, but just the words connected with the animals, because if you mix the words, children may have problems with making the correct words. Okay, so here's the example of vegetables. You can cut, and children just make one word from two pieces. It's a really nice exercise. And again, for all the children, we have got a rhyme to write. First, children read the rhyme, and then they have to write their own rhyme. They can do it individually or in pairs. It's up to you what you want from them. Okay, when we have got a little bit older children, we have a very beautiful picture of a monster, and they have a text about the monster, and they have to color the monster according to the text. Okay, so for example, what today is his birthday? He's wearing his orange and black leopard skin tunic. Okay, so they can read, and they can color the monster. Okay, snake picture, you know it. They have to find words, and they have to put the words, they have to write it. So as you can see here, we do not only have reading, but also writing. Okay, because they have to find out what the word is from about. So then they can find out the word, so they can put the pictures, or they can write the words. And you have got the example from my book for children, which one of the books I've written for children. So matching game, different kinds of matching games. We play matching games, and I sometimes put the third card in which I write the word in Polish or in a mother tongue. It is also okay, it's not a problem. You can also introduce like that. And here you have got some more examples connected with reading and writing as well from my book. So you can odd one out, word searching, reading, writing now. Okay, we don't like writing long pieces. Nowadays, we generally do not write, but of course we should write, because we should write letters, we should write words, we should write phrases, we should write paragraphs, we should write longer pieces. Okay, but of course, how long the writing piece will be depends on the age of our student. Writing is always at the end. Of course, word tracing happens while children listen to a word, while speak the word, while read, so they also write. But when we talk about writing itself, then it is after speaking, listening, and reading exercises. So it follows the skills which have been developed. But before children actually start writing, we have to prepare them for writing. They color Okay, and they match things, they trace, they draw, they cut, they paint. So we just prepare their hands for developing writing skills. Okay, so coloring, okay, matching, okay, then painting, drawing, okay, then tracing, copying, okay, and in the first classes of primary school, we teachers should pay attention to some things. They when they draw, when they color, when they trace, they should be really tidy, and they should make the drawing really clean. They should be able to form letters. First, they trace, but then they should form letters on themselves. Okay, they should know that the spelling is different to saying a word. Okay, when we introduce words, that we should introduce always word cards together with the flashcards. Okay, so they should have no, in the right hemisphere, they should have the picture of a word which they can hear. First, we show children drawings, pictures, then we can show photos, and if it is possible, we should bring real objects. For example, when we introduce fruit, so we can do it with pictures, with photos, and then we bring a real banana. Okay, and of course they should be familiar with letters, words, and very short sentences. Okay, so very often we write the beginning of sentences, the ending of the sentences, and children are just to write one word which is in the middle. Then we ask children to we give children the beginning, and they have to finish the sentence. Then we can give them the ending of the sentence, and they should write the beginning. And of course, then there is a moment children can write the whole sentence. Okay, so examples: tracing letters. Of course, we know it, matching with some words. Okay, tracing letters, but now it is connected with writing. So they trace the letter, then they have to match it with the it is matched with a pencil, so then they color the pencil. So we really develop writing skills, and we develop motor skills in that way. And further exercises: copying words, copying phrases, copying sentences, finishing words. Or like with the exercise I gave you with some vegetables. Okay, you can give them the beginning of you can give them the first piece of a word, and then they should finish the word. Okay, so they can complete the word. Of course, crossword, of course, jump words, like here. They have got the words above the dialogues. They have to put the words into the dialogue. Okay, then they have to match, they have to draw, they have to copy, they have got lines. And as I told you, the beginnings of the sentences and the endings of the sentences they are just to put it here, one single word. And look at the word to Father Christmas. Very soon Christmas will come, so they have to complete the letter. Dear Santa Claus, how are you? For Christmas I would like to have and of course we put a book. So then they have to write what they want to get. Of course, all the things are around, so children just copy the words. Okay, more advanced activities include writing words and sentences from memory. Okay, creating short description. Okay, this is a dog, it has got, it is, etc. Writing short letters, like for example to Santa Claus. And you have got some examples: creating sentences, describing pictures. Okay, reading about my best friend, and then writing about my best friend. Reading about a town, writing about my town. Okay, reading about the person, writing about the person. So as we said some time ago, writing follows reading, listening, and speaking. Okay, writing sentences first, reading the sentences, and then writing own sentences. Crossword, filling in filling in the missing letters. Yeah, so so really nice exercises. Okay, and we should organize projects because they involve developing all the skills connected with competences as well, like vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and just culture as well. Okay, so you have got some examples of the projects we can ask children to do, and what I do recommend, all the projects should be presented in the classroom in front of other students, and then it is good when they are postcards or dictionaries or invitations or cards. I do recommend displaying them in the classroom so as we can come back to them. Okay, and you have got some example of a project. Okay, you have to dress the boy, and they have to invent the name of the boy, they have to invent the place the boy comes from, they have to invent the age, etc., etc., and they have to write, they have to dress the boy and then write what the boy is wearing. Okay, some other monster project when we introduce vegetables, or when we revise the words in the connection with vegetables, why not to make an eco monster with our students. They can make it here by drawing some vegetables here, but they can also bring fruit and vegetables and create the monster. Okay, here is the example that they can draw the monster, but I do recommend bringing fruit and vegetables and create the eco monster in the classroom, and then they have to write about the eco monster. The example is given, so and there are some prompts, there are some parts of the sentences, they just have to fill in the gaps, and it is also a reading piece. Okay. Children should write only after speaking, listening, and reading. So they should always have the example. Okay, on us teachers depend how students will develop the skills, how much they will know, how good they will be at grammar, how good they will be, or how they will feel with vocabulary, and how good at pronunciation they will be. The same about the skills. You have got the examples of books, but these are the examples of books I use for the theory, but of course the practical things came from different things. You have got the address of my YouTube channel, where you can find me making crafts, where you can find me telling stories to children, and you have got my email address, or and if you feel like you can write to me. Okay, I don't know if there are any comments, if there are any questions, feel free to ask. I can see that there are many of us. I don't know if you like the presentation, if you like any of the exercises. I hope that you find all of them, if not at least a few, really useful while teaching English to your students. If you don't mind, I will take a photo of me and you just being here. It would be really useful. Okay, yeah, thank you for the comments. Send PDF for the kindergarten for maths. The presentation will be put, I think Lucyna will put it somewhere. Okay, I will write here my email address. Okay, so if you write to me, there is a bottom dash between name and surname. If you write to me, I can send you the presentation, but I can also send you more examples of exercises. Okay.
Yes, and I am in the process of attaching the certificate.
Yeah, very good. A very practical activity based. Okay, thank you. I did it together with some theory, because I know that sometimes we need some theory behind, not only the exercises. Okay, I just gave you a few examples of the exercises. I hope you like it. Okay, I can see cool. It's okay.
Right. And I am searching for the certificate, which is on the desktop. Just give me a moment. I am in
Great
the
activities. I hope one day, sooner or later, rather sooner, you will use the exercises with your fantastic students. So my email address is there in the chat. Ready for use in practice. Yeah, that's the task of the webinars we are providing. We need to develop speaking and listening. Okay. Oh, maybe you have got the idea what you want to listen about next, class management also. Okay. Yeah, next time it is teachers for teachers. Yeah, I think something in the connection what teachers can learn from other teachers. Yeah, I will talk about the problems with behavior. Okay, class management.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, I attached the wrong certificate. I am improving myself.
Okay, no, it's another.
Ula offers quite a few webinars.
Okay,
so
sorry.
It is difficult to find the proper certificate. So I attached the wrong one. Just give me a moment. Don't go away.
Okay, no, don't go. Okay, so in November, we are talking about teachers for teachers. Okay, and in December, we are going to talk about Christmas. Yeah, some practical things, some exercises for younger and older, for different ages. Okay. Okay, and here it's somebody wants to talk about problems with behavior. So maybe in January we will offer some discipline problems and how to deal with them. Okay, I am also in favor of talking about. Please continue every week this session. Okay, in class. Okay, in my class, please continue every week this session. Okay, they want the sessions every day. Maybe what I wanted to say. Okay, I wanted to say that I don't know. Okay, don't worry. We will find out a lot.
I can't find the certificate. I put it. I think I deleted it because I thought it was the wrong one, and I deleted it, and that's why I have provided the participants of this webinar with my email. That happens sometimes, yes. So I have provided the participants of the webinar with my email address, and they can write to me directly, yes. Or if they join the next webinar, then I will provide your certificate at the next webinar as well, yes. So if they join the webinar on the 2nd of November, I will provide both certificates, yes. Okay. All right, so that's the way I will solve the problem.
Okay, somebody's asking about the other webinar with me. The next webinar with me will be on the 2nd of November. Okay, I am going to talk about teachers for teachers, and then in December I will present. I will present some exercises in the connection with Christmas. Yeah, and maybe in January we'll do something with the discipline problem. Okay, because then children want. Okay. Maybe can give you no please, I wrote my email address. If you want the presentation, if you want some more exercises, you have to write to me. Okay, can you see my email address? I can put it again.
Where do I have the certificate? That is, I misplaced it, and now I can find.
Okay, so again, my email address. So thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to be with you. Lucyna, thank you for inviting me. And of course, I hope next time we will meet again. And it was nice to see so many of you. And I know in some countries it is really hot. In Poland, it is really windy and rainy nowadays. So I really envy the people who are lucky and have the sun behind the window. So thank you so much. So see you on the 2nd.
Yes, somebody wrote, we will get 2 certificates in the next session, And
Don't leave
that
us.
is true. When they meet with you on the 2nd of November, I will provide them with the missing certificate as well, because you have your audience, Ula, and that is a big audience. Yes.
Okay,
All
I
around the
hope.
world. Ula's
Thank
classroom
you.
is highly international. Yes. And
Okay, yeah,
everybody
I
yes.
am really impressed that there are people from different parts of Poland and different parts of Europe and different parts of the world. So it's really great. Okay, maybe people will be more. Maybe next time people would like to talk more with me. Maybe we'll organize a discussion.
I'm
Sometime.
sure that
Okay,
Corina would be willing to talk. Yes. Hello,
Who?
Corina.
Where are you from, Corina?
Hi, I'm quite close to Poland.
You mean?
I'm in Romania.
Ah, okay.
And Corina is in our team.
Ah, okay. So
And
that's
so
great.
are other people. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I enjoy your webinars, even if they are a bit late and I have had lots of classes today, but I am here, I'm going strong.
Yeah, it is great. It is great. Yeah, it is so late. That's why I didn't want to sing a song, but you can find it on my
That'd be
YouTube.
nice.
It would be nice. I don't know. You will not manage to sleep. And we have got Jaira Alvarado Lopez. Sorry, I cannot. I can see you. Can you say your name to us?
Yes. Hi, I'm Kiara Alvarado Lopez. I'm from Mexico.
Mexico. Oh my
great.
God! And I can see a
Mexico.
beautiful picture from Mexico. Is it the view from your window behind you?
Oh no, this is not from Mexico. Well, there is a place that it looks similar
I
in
would envy
Yucatan.
even. Okay, but it's really, really nice. What's the weather
Oh,
like
thank
in
you.
Mexico, by the way?
Actually, it is freezing because
Okay.
it's almost winter. We are in autumn.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I don't envy you now. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you find, Chiara, how did you find the exercises? Did you like any of the exercises I have already presented?
Yeah, I really love them because I think it could be really useful, at least for me and also for my students who are interested in this kind of different topics. So I will try to share this with them.
Okay. And the one you are going to present tomorrow is?
The what, sorry?
The one you are going to present tomorrow is? Of course, I'm joking, okay? Yeah, I'm joking, okay? But maybe you will choose one for tomorrow. It would be nice, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Do you have somebody who is moving and who can talk a few things to us? No? Yeah, we have got, can you, you are muted, Dr. Mansour Ali, sorry, I cannot, can you say your name? You are muted?
Yeah.
I cannot, okay.
I know. Let me see where
Maybe you can.
Maybe I can. But right. So I have right. No, I can't. Right.
I think I don't know if it's Dr.
Yes,
Mansour
I
Ali.
can't unmute.
Chiara, you could. So maybe Mr. Mansour Ali Daras, you should unmute yourself. Sorry. You are not muted, so you can say. No. Okay.
I'm trying to unmute everybody, but I don't see this option here.
No, there is the option that we can mute.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot unmute, okay? Oh, but still, we have got Victoria who is moving. Maybe Victoria, you can say a few things to us. Where are you from? No, I cannot hear.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Me?
yes, now.
Yeah.
Great. Hello,
This is
hello.
Vicky. This is Vicky from Mexico too.
Again, from Mexico. Oh my God.
Yes.
Do you teach in the same school or you are from different parts of Mexico?
I guess we're from different parts of Mexico.
Okay, so you can make friends now.
How about that? Yes, awesome.
That is good. Okay, thanks to being in Poland, you can become friends in Mexico. Okay, that's great. Okay, Victoria, how did you find the exercises? Is there one particular exercise that you really, really like?
You know what? Actually, I'm an English teacher, but I'm not teaching little kids, but I have a kid. So I'm going to use the exercises and activities that you provide us for my kid, who is 7 years old.
Oh my God. So actually good for the exercise, the right age for the exercises I presented.
Right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was nice.
Thank you very much for your information and the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us. And I can see Tom.
Yes.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom.
Where are you from?
I'm from Kenya.
Kenya. Oh my God, a really beautiful country. And of course, it is freezing in Kenya, yes?
No, it is hot and warm.
Yeah, it's great.
She was joking again.
Yeah, okay. It's nice to have you here. Tom, do you teach small kids?
No, I teach teens.
Oh,
teenagers.
Okay. Did you like any of the exercises?
I did.
Okay.
Especially on teaching the functions of grammar.
Okay.
Functions, not grammar.
Yes, yes. Okay, you like the idea. So inductive way of teaching grammar rather than deductive, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so teenagers can make correct guesses in the connection with grammar. Why not? Okay, so inductive way, putting the grammar in context is fantastic for them. Thank you for being with us. Really, really nice to have so many people from different parts of the world. Okay, is there anyone?
All smiling.
Yes, of course, because it is just 9 o'clock in the evening. So we haven't been working today, just being here. Of course, I'm joking. Yeah, I think Farah, we have got the raising hand from someone.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
everyone.
Can you introduce
Can you hear
yourself?
me?
What's your
Yes,
name?
we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
My name is Fariha Shwehdi. I am from Libya. I am a teacher English for preparatory school. My student is teenager, between 13 and 15 years old.
Okay.
I think this section is beautiful. It can be useful for me in my class because a student in Libya, it is not interesting with English. They say it is a difficult language for him.
Okay. You mean the sound?
The learning English as almost, it is difficult for a student in Libya because they depended in the Arabic in another subject like maths or science. It is all of the subjects in the school by Arabic. The language English is just a subject in the school. It is not useful in the real life in Libya. So it is difficult to learn them. But I think this session will be useful for me to learn my
Okay. Really nice to hear that the exercises I have presented are the exercises you can take and present to your students. I hope they will like them. They will really like them. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope to send it to me as a PDF can I use it in my class.
Okay.
And I hope to give me invitation in other section from you. And thank you so much.
Yeah, so
it's beautiful to see you.
So feel invited to every webinar, feel invited, everybody feel invited, come and be here with us. Thank you so much. And okay.
For you and all them.
Okay. Thank you, all the people. I think we are becoming friends.
Yeah.
I think that I will send you in your email.
Yes. I'm looking forward to emails from you, and then I will respond to them, of course. Thank you so much. I think, Lucyna, we should finish, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm stopping recording right now.